Welcome to episode number 64 of the Keep Up Podcast.
Where time doesn't stop for no man. I had one formulating as it started. I was like, no, Tim, ditch it. And then I realized I was pausing, and I was like, okay, we got to do something with time. We got to stop the moment. And I stopped it.
You did. You know.
That wasn't really weird, though. That's just like a quote.
Yeah, that's fine. We never designated like what genre your intro line needs to be. I'm already messing with the mic. I need to stop.
It's like your thing, you know? Like, you got a fiddlesticks.
I need something to play with.
Yeah.
But last time you got mad at me because I had a fidget spinner.
That's distracting.
What do you got around here that I can play with?
There's that Hearthstone squeezy rock.
The rock?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to lean out of frame.
Okay.
Quick, vamp.
Vampires suck the blood out of the innocent. Watch yourself. Don't be a mean person because the vampires will come and get you. And then they'll eat you. You'll have to let them in.
First of all, I don't think I was out of frame at all, but
No.
I knocked over a ton of stuff on
You
your
just
shelf.
cleared the shelf.
That was like a weird portal noise I just
Yeah.
made. That's how you knock things off.
You were teleporting them to a new dimension, so it was exciting.
We should make a video of like normal stuff happening with a bunch of weird sci-fi noises that don't apply.
Or just sound effects that don't work in those situations.
Yeah, like spill a coffee and it's like the lightsaber noise.
Are we doing the sound effects or are we doing official ones?
We should definitely. I don't know. Official ones would be pretty funny.
We can do both.
Yeah.
It's not too hard to go. No, is there like a little after? Because it's like in the air. And do we have to keep going? Wom, 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 wom,
Oh, for sure. For the entirety of that scene. And then I knock stuff off your shelf, and what sound would you do? Maybe it's not sci-fi. We just do like a car wreck.
I could imagine that. There's some pretty. I would make like chicken noises, I think.
Yeah. But like a lot of chickens, like in a coop,
all
all riled up.
Like some will be yelling, some will be just making noises. Do chickens yell?
I don't know, but thinking about it makes me laugh. Like when goats yell.
Yeah.
Any animal yelling makes me happy.
Do chickens have that capability? We're not.
I mean, that's what. I mean, isn't that just what? What's it called? Like crowing is? Not crowing. What do they do?
Gobble? No, that's
turkey. Cockadoodle doing?
Yeah.
Cockadoodling?
There's totally a word for it, though.
Cawing? No.
No, that's a crow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a goat.
I want the chicken that does that.
I don't know what it is. I can't say. Do they roost? Roosters?
Roosting? That's all right.
Do they doodle? Is that what it is?
For sure,
do
no.
they doodle do? Is that the act of...
That's sure not right. They don't doodle do.
Chickens doodle do. I'll go with that.
I don't know. All right, let's get out of here.
Okay, well, since we're on the topic of stupid, I'll jump right into stupid questions.
Sick.
Because I know that's what everyone's waiting for.
Oh, yeah. This was a great idea.
It's really nice. So it's one of those stress balls, but in the Hearthstone logo rock.
The kids
thing.
have been making them.
What do you mean making
Simi made it.
Hey.
Couple likes on my Instagram photo, no big deal. Simi.
Dude, I am so Instagram famous, by the way.
Are you? Instagramous?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Famous than I was last week.
Famestagram?
More famous.
Famous than I was.
Yes, than yesterday.
Yes, Simi's been taking balloons and filling them with this weird, like, sand substance, and it makes, like, a stress ball thing.
Are the balloons strong?
Enough.
Okay.
I don't know.
So is it like a kit? Is it like a stress ball kit?
I don't know. She saw it on YouTube.
Where do you get the sand?
She, like, drove to the beach or whatever.
Like real sand, not like special sand?
I don't actually know what's in it.
So you don't even care about your kids?
No, she just tells me about this stuff. I come home and she's like, look what I made. And I'm like, where'd you get the substances? And she's like, bah.
I want you guys to know if I have kids, I'll treat them with respect.
Yeah, I respect them. I respect her balloon stress ball making skills.
Sure, but you don't know where she got the sand.
No, I don't
She
care.
could have just bought it on the street.
Listen,
from some
she's
guy.
resourceful.
I don't doubt that.
She's got to do what she's got to do.
She's smart. She
I'm
probably
gonna
makes
support her.
deals on the school playground. She's like,
Yeah.
I'll give you my rare Bowser amiibo for 5 gallons of sand.
The thing is, if she's stressed out, stress is, it's like a drug, and you get addicted to it, and it's
Mhm.
bad, and it's painful, and it
Uh-huh.
hurts you, and has long-term effects. She's like, listen, I'm going to do what I got to do for my family.
Okay, so she's taking one for the team.
She is, and yeah.
Does she charge you guys for these?
She certainly doesn't let me hold it for free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You generally, what do you have to give up?
So, I mean, whatever she wants, really,
Okay.
But it's mostly for her to stay not stressed because she knows just things will be bad.
So her stress ball is giving you guys stress balls,
Yeah, what?
helping you.
For her.
Yeah.
If she's not stressed, then everybody has one. So she has to get the sand
Of course.
from the guy.
Yeah.
Um,
And she's just not stressed.
that's the goal.
Okay. So my first stupid question.
Yeah, what is it?
Why? How do I word this? Okay. So counting from 1 to 5.
Was that your question?
No, I'm just giving you the
Why
story.
counting 1 to 5?
Why do we do it? Why not 1 to 6?
Yeah.
So how come counting 1 to 5 is the same as counting from 6 to 10?
How come holy whatnot? What did you just say?
How come counting 1 to 5 is the same as counting from 6 to 10?
Why is it the same?
Yeah. That's not logically it's not the same amount of numbers.
Okay, here's why I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just finished. Wait,
I'm
let
so
me see.
excited
Is
to
this
see
the
where
same?
this goes.
Is
This
the same? I just finished episode. No, it makes sense. Okay, I think what you're getting to. You ever think like I should only have 3 episodes left after watching a certain amount of a show because you know how many episodes there are in total, but then when you really think about it, you have one more than you thought? Is this that same logic?
No, I get what you mean. It didn't spawn from that though.
Right.
But I get what you mean. But in that case, I do count. Let's say there are 8 episodes in a show, and you're
Yeah.
on you finished episode 5.
Right.
And that doesn't make sense.
Right, that's what I just did in my head. But for some reason, sometimes I'm on like episode 5, and I'm like, oh, I only have 3 more.
Yeah.
If there's 8, and then I do. Never mind.
Well, no, maybe it works in this certain situation because 1 to 5, is 5 numbers.
Yeah.
1 to 5. But 6 to 10, you still count 5 numbers, but it's 4, right? It's 6 to 10.
So
Logically, math states 6 plus 4 is 10.
oh yeah, it's 4.
But it's not.
No, it is because 1 plus 4 is 5.
But if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
yeah,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
right.
Why was that 5 numbers right there?
Because it's
That shouldn't work.
it does. It does.
I know it works, but it shouldn't. It's like
Because when you think of 6, yeah.
Because 6, there's only 4 more numbers that lead to 10, right? Right. So why is that?
6 plus 4.
Right, 6 plus 4. That's
You're
a lot.
starting on 6, so you have to start with that number.
6 plus 4, so 6 plus 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 4 numbers. It shouldn't make sense is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I kind of see what you're saying.
There's almost like an invisible number there that we're not acknowledging exists.
Yeah.
But I get it because in that case you are counting 6 and 10.
Right.
But even when you're counting 1 to 5, you're still counting 1 and 5.
Right.
Where's the logic in that? It drives me nuts. I couldn't comprehend why that is.
I love that this is perplexing you.
It's such a
I kind of see what you're
conundrum.
saying. Because you think of that as a 4-number span.
Yes, but it's not. You
nah.
count 5 numbers to get
It's
there.
5. Well, because in addition, you're trying to get to a number, right?
I guess.
So you're quantifying the path from one thing to another. So you have to start with the one thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then the 4 is how you get to the next thing, right?
So you're saying that one thing you have to count.
Point A is 6. So A plus what equals, like, gets you to 10.
But how come
Which I
that?
guess is the B.
I guess, but that
Now
logic,
I got letters involved.
Yeah, that's what. See, we're getting into algebra. That's scary. But then when you do 1 to 5, it
Yeah.
makes sense there because you're at 1. You start at 1
yeah.
and you get to 5, and you know right there that's 5 numbers. Even if you start at 6 and you get to 10, that's not 5 numbers. That should be 4. And if we go with that logic, I just don't get it. I don't understand how 1 to 5 is the same as 6 to 10.
6,
Because you do
7,
count
8,
1
9,
and
10.
5, and then
You have to do the
count
6.
6 and 10. I don't know. I can't. It doesn't make sense.
I think it's you really got to understand what addition is.
I think so. But that's your shortcut to getting from 6 to 10.
Yeah, I think so.
But other than that, I don't know.
But then 10 to 5, that feels like 5, right?
I think.
And then 10 to 15, and then 16 to 20.
That doesn't sound nearly as bad, though. 16 to 20
Yeah,
doesn't sound as bad as 6 to 10. That one makes more sense.
that really bugs you.
Yeah, it does.
I think that's just because of the numbers involved. That probably has to do with some of our brain training.
So you're saying if we were trained to think different.
Like 1 to 5 is like, oh, obviously that's 5.
Uh-huh.
5 numbers.
Right.
But 6 to 10, you immediately go to
4.
addition.
Right.
That's weird.
That is weird. Why do we jump right to addition instead of going with the easier route?
I don't know. There are certain things that I feel like there are certain things that you learn. Because you don't think in terms of number of digits,
Mm-mm.
right?
No, I mean, when most of the time I think about numbers, I'm always adding them. It's always like addition or subtraction or doing something with them. It's not just plain numbers and I count because I know how to count.
Because anytime you get to a 6 in a sequence of numbers, you immediately think to get to the next 10 is 4.
Right.
Right?
And plus 6 is past halfway, right? Or is that the halfway to 10?
That is a weird question.
Because if you're saying, 5 is half to 10, but when you're at 6, that's really your start to get to 10.
So is that half?
Is it more than half? Is it less than half?
If you have an even number, half is not a round digit, right? It's got to be a fraction.
Right. If it's a odd number, right? Because if it's even, it always has a half.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's odd.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, 5 is halfway. Yeah, 5 is halfway.
5 is halfway.
Which means 6 is the beginning of the other half. So that's why it's 5 and 5.
Oh, beginning of the other half. That's weird
Right?
to think. Well, because wouldn't you start where you also ended with that half?
No, because your first step
So
out of 5, you're in.
Yeah, so I
past
guess you
half.
finish a half, and then you start the next half. You start the next half at 6.
Yeah.
That's weird, though. You shouldn't start at 6. I don't know. It just drove me nuts.
No answer to this one, bud.
Yeah.
I mean, there is.
We don't have the knowledge.
This is like the
to do
Garfield
that.
conversation.
Garfield.
Garfield?
Garfield.
Garfield.
I'm so bad we're back
Don't
here.
start. Don't start.
Okay,
It just
so
is what it is.
what is the? I don't even know what question.
I don't know what the question was.
Well, why is 1 to 5 the same as 6 to 10?
Because
Just math.
Because math.
Yeah, you smart math heads out there, give me an answer. I don't know if that's the term you guys like to be called, mathematicians, I guess.
Say the answer is because it's not 4, even though that's where our brain goes to.
What do you mean 4?
Because you said, why is it the same?
Where does 4 come in?
Because you think it's 4. You think 6 to 10 is 4 numbers.
Oh, I thought you were starting at 4.
No, not the number.
4 to 10 is a
No.
completely different animal.
The amount. 4 to 10. Let's not even go there.
Okay, so the answer is math.
Right.
Good. Okay, my other stupid question.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah. What is proper emoji etiquette?
So I've come to the conclusion that depending on the relationship, I will wait for the other person to use one. Let me tell you what I want to do.
Yes.
Because you also have GIF etiquette.
Oh, yes.
First of all, GIF or GIF?
GIF.
I go GIF every time.
I can't do GIF because I think of peanut butter.
I love peanut butter.
I know. I love peanut butter, but
So no
they're
matter
separate.
no matter how you cut it, I will use Jif. Who's Jif? I may have just switched to GIF just for safety's sake.
Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff.
So when you send to Jeff,
I'll use Jeff.
freaking Jeff. Poor guy.
I want to use GIFs and emojis all the time because I
Yes.
find them absolutely
They're hilarious because situationally they could be perfect for
so
a joke.
good.
You sent one earlier today and it was perfect because it was like
That's the second time I've used that one.
Yeah.
It was the whew.
yeah, it's like close call.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And it's a great way to invoke emotions.
so good.
That is an emoji, and you can't really do it with words.
So the etiquette on emojis and GIFs, I'll put them together because I think once you use one, you can use them both.
Okay.
It's hard because I think they're more personal.
I think depending on which ones you do.
Okay, so I'm almost always using them for comedic purposes.
Okay, I use them to invoke emotion more than anything else to show that I'm happy with the situation or whatever.
Okay.
I
sure.
have used them in humor before,
Yeah.
but mostly I use them to do emotions.
So I want to use them all the time because I think they. Now, granted, you could argue that they minimize the way that we communicate by simplifying it, but I actually think they're really good and it changes texting and makes texting more emotional.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think texting took out some of the personality behind our communication.
Right, and we've talked about it before, but there's been various situations where you send somebody a sarcastic message or whatever, way out of proportion.
Not
People
cool.
are like, "Whoa, what are you talking about there?"
Yeah.
And you're right, emojis kind of adds emotion to that. So.
Strange as it is,
Mhm.
Even though emojis are further simplification, because now you can send just an emoji and somebody can know what you're feeling or responding with, it adds a little more personality, I think. So I think the etiquette is situational. Depends on
Jumps
who.
from person to person.
If I just met someone, they're a friend,
Yeah.
I'm just going to start throwing out emojis because I think they're hilarious.
Yeah.
Usually at the end of a sentence. I don't usually respond with just an emoji, but, depends.
I think it's a good way to set the tone. You know, you could throw it out early, but just don't be obnoxious. Like if you send a long message and there's 4 emojis in it, which, depending on how the conversation's going, that could make sense. But I guess there's a limit to how many you can have in one message.
Okay, so when you say etiquette, are you talking about when do you use them or how do you use them?
I mean, anything.
Okay.
Just emoji.
What are your thoughts in general? So don't use too many.
Yeah.
Careful who you use them with or when you use them.
I think so.
Yeah.
You also do have to feel out the other person depending on in what situation you're doing it in, because sometimes people get annoyed with emojis, you know?
Right.
And it's at what point do you do you tell someone, hey, I'm not a fan of emojis, don't send me any?
Right.
But who actually doesn't really like emojis?
Right. See, I'm starting to see. Okay, so interesting situation over the weekend. Because the other thing is texting is everywhere now, right? So I started a new job a couple weeks ago, and everybody's texting. We use GroupMe. Have you ever been on GroupMe?
Mm-mm.
It's an app where it's essentially like a group text app, but we have one for work, and it's all of us. We just communicate together about work, but you can send pictures and emojis and stuff like that. And so everybody's using that sort of communication, even on a professional level. So depending on the size of the group you work with or who's in it or whatever, there's different etiquette things there, you know what I mean?
And there's probably an age difference too,
huge age difference.
Who's the oldest person in that group, you think?
Actually, yeah, I shouldn't say huge because I don't know everyone's ages. I mean, oldest is probably late 40s, youngest is 22.
Yeah, okay.
So there's an age difference, but everybody's using the app. So the interesting thing that happened to me, now this wasn't on GroupMe, I was just texting my manager directly, and I haven't used I've maybe used an emoji or two because she used them first.
Yeah.
But I asked her a question and she responded, "No, don't worry about it." And I sent her that same GIF that I sent you, which is just a woman whew.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's it's just perfect.
Yeah.
So it's super funny. So I was like, I'm just going to send this. And
yeah, why not?
Yeah. And she sent back LOL and then a couple crying emoji faces.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. Now I'm going to use GIFs all the time.
Right. It's perfect. And I think that's a great way to show your style of humor and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
People can kind of get more personal with you seeing that. So that's great that she had a good response with it.
If she was just like, yeah, I probably wouldn't have.
You would have been like,
Do you have a different thing that you type when you're really laughing at something?
yes, oh, absolutely.
Versus like,
yeah,
this
like,
might out us though if we're.
well, I'll say I never use LOL.
I don't
Awful.
either.
I mean, I do laugh out loud, and when I actually do, I do ha 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 ha.
Like a ton of ha-has.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter how many I have. Like, okay, this is getting like specific, but 2 ha-has
is just like
I appreciated what they sent.
Right.
Like I didn't laugh super crazy at it, but I did appreciate it, and it's just a way for me to be like, I got it. It was funny.
right.
Let's go. Like, let's continue with the conversation.
Moving on.
Yeah, not like get out of here. I didn't
Right.
think so, but it's like it works though. It's enough. But
Right.
a lot of ha-has means like I actually laughed at it. You
Yeah.
know? Or emojis generally. If I have like a laughing emoji, that
Mhm.
means I really laughed at it. So, but
I
yeah,
do pretty much the same thing.
yeah. I don't find LOL, at least for me personally, it's not my cup of tea. Like I think it's more of like a cute thing to use, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you don't like LOL either.
I don't
mind
use
when people send it.
Right. I used to. But it's funny. Like you can figure out how certain people communicate. Like,
Yes.
To me, my assessment of LOL is it's either people that are a generation above or below me use it.
Okay.
That's
so
what it
it's
seems like.
like just on a maturity level or just in general?
No, just like age wise.
Yeah.
Like the generation above me, like I guess I don't know, 40s, 50s will use LOL, and
Mom
then,
uses LOL all the
right,
time.
and then under me, like 20s and teens will use LOL
Mhm.
and stuff like
But
that.
nobody your age.
Not
really
as much.
uses it? Yeah.
Certain people,
Mm-hmm.
but we all like. I feel like my generation used it during like the days of AIM.
Oh my
Like,
God. So
AOL
like,
Instant Messenger.
mhm.
So we would use LOL. That was like the birth of it. And
It's
like,
funny that translated over into texting. Like there weren't new ways to say hilarious or funny or whatever. Like
Yeah.
laugh out loud. Why did that?
it's
stick?
somehow to me that's like the first online slang. What LOL was like so early
Yeah,
on.
I think so. I mean, like,
I remember being like, "What the heck is that?"
yeah,
That's not a
LOL. And
word.
every day I see a new one, and I'm like, I have no idea what I'm like. It took me forever to figure out what HMU was.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
That was a hard one for
Yeah.
me.
Hit me up.
And then how weird is this that your brain just starts adjusting
Mhm.
like with the way that we speak. Like I didn't get what TFW meant for the longest time. People were starting sentences with that feeling when.
Oh, see,
Have you seen that?
I
Really?
I think I've seen it before, but I'm like, I don't know what that is.
And
But
that's
I don't
like-
see it at all.
That's like meme language.
yeah.
That's like where that came from, right? Like
Yeah, that's true because that's
you put it with
Over-
a picture or whatever.
yeah.
But now translated, people just make a status like that feeling when this happens.
yeah.
And I see people start a sentence with TFW, and then you read the rest of it. And for a while, I was like, "What does that mean?" And then I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh, that feeling
feeling
when whatever."
Yeah, I don't
Or RN.
right now.
Yeah. Like
That's funny
just
how I connected that.
just because of the way that we speak, I started seeing people like end a post with RN,
Mhm.
like feeling so whatever RN. And I'd be like, "Oh, that's obviously right now."
Yeah.
But like only because my brain knows how people talk now.
Right. Okay. So it just you fit the pieces together. You're like RN. That's
Yeah.
gotta be right now, depending on the context.
Yeah,
clues and
exactly.
everything. That's so weird.
Super
How
weird.
did we adjust to that?
I don't know. Or even like the way we've talked about how comedy has been changed by the internet and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But like saying, but that shirt though. Like
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you're saying that as a joke, what I realized that I started doing this, if I'm making like a joke, I will use no punctuation at all and all lowercase letters.
When you do a joke.
And you spell though, THO.
THO. Yeah.
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 Like if you're saying like, yeah, but this though.
Right.
It's just supposed to be like quick,
Right.
no punctuation, you just read it.
Unfinished. Yeah. It's like and I totally get the joke. I know the meme, so
Right.
so it applies, and I laugh at it because I'm like, that's funny.
It's
That's
like a
the joke.
weird, like new sort of joke.
It
It's
is.
like, I mean, I guess it's not new, but it's a modern day take on it.
Mhm.
Someone saying like, I'm trying to remember. There was one where
There's
I
another
responded.
what WUT, and it's
Yeah.
just like
'Cause it's
with
quicker.
a period. Yeah, it's just
Like,
like what?
What?
And
Yeah.
that's a total meme joke, but
Right.
I laugh at it and I use it all the time.
I
It's
know.
just like because it's something to show your disbelief,
So
but in a
weird.
comedic way.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I don't either.
Stuff's strange.
So that's so funny that spawned from AIM. You think like that was the initial start? of
AOL
everything?
chat rooms is what I remember.
Yep.
That's when you started talking to people you didn't know.
ASL.
En masse. Like you
Yeah,
didn't,
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
ASL. Yep. That was creepy.
That was creepy.
You know, you're in just rooms with a bunch of people.
Yep. ASL.
Yeah,
Mhm.
super weird.
Yep.
Yeah, that LOL. I think. Oh, LMAO was one of the early ones. I remember mom typing that and being like, "What's that mean?" She was like, "Don't worry about it."
Don't worry. Don't worry.
And yeah, it's strange. And then it went from that to it was the chat rooms, and then AIM,
Mhm.
and then
Phones, not smartphones though, just like
not
normal-
smartphones, but yeah,
normal
you could
texting.
text. It was expensive to text.
Yeah, it was a big issue back then.
Yeah, it's strange, man.
And then
the-
where
the
we are
evolution
now.
of it.
I'm curious if like, it's funny how our language I almost feel like is like degressing. Like it seems.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like we lost some. What's the word? Like personability or it's not personality, but how personal our communication is
Mhm.
because we're not talking on the phone anymore. We're just texting.
Mhm.
It's quicker, it's efficient, but now it seems like with things like emojis, even though it's like, people will be like, oh, I hate emojis. It's like now all we have to do is send a picture.
Mhm.
But it's like it's actually giving a little bit of life back to the way that we talk because, like I said earlier, like you're adding some emotion and stuff. Like I'll put haha at the end of my sentences that I text
Mhm.
because I'll often end a sentence like chuckling.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, man, I was there forever. Like that.
Right.
So I'll put, yeah, man, I was there forever. Ha
Ha
ha.
ha.
And that's
Mhm.
supposed to imply like the inflection in
You
my
were like-
voice. Like I do
I don't
that
know if
really
I've ever
specifically.
read it like that. I know I've seen.
Yeah, you might not.
Yeah.
But I do that. Like if you go through our text, you'll probably be like, or I'll start it with haha
Mhm.
because like that, like the way I'm talking right now is
Yeah.
like how I talk. So I'll be like, haha, yeah, man. Because otherwise it's just like, yeah, man. And you just read that, but
Yep.
that's not how I talk.
That's
I don't
true.
talk
It's-
that straight.
You're
Like,
just not straight.
yeah, like I almost have like always have like this inflection in my
Mhm.
voice. So unless if I'm using like none of that, no emojis, no punctuation, I'm
Mhm.
probably sad.
Oh, that's depressing.
Yeah, well,
It's
I'm just saying
like-
I don't put the effort into it. I'm
Right,
just like,
right.
yeah,
That's the
whatever.
thing. I try to make myself sound as close to me as possible in the texting.
Right.
And
Me
you
too.
know, I don't use generally like shortened versions of words like
Yeah.
at all, you know.
Yeah.
And I talk to a lot of people who are like, are you there or whatever, and it's
Are you?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
ever do that.
And it drives me nuts because I'm like, just type it out, you know.
Yo, on that tip, can I just say the word that drives me the craziest?
Mhm.
Listen, I don't want to be like a grammar Nazi, okay? I kind of am, but I try to stifle it so I don't make anyone upset.
Mm-hmm.
Think I'm just being a jerk. Please spell the word woman and the word women correctly because my brain will read what you write. And when you're writing about a single woman
That's frustrating.
or multiple woman, it just drives me crazy when I see like the I don't know. I can't even think of a sentence, but like just
I get what you mean.
it is always, and I get it because a woman, no, woman, women, they're both weird words.
I'm trying to think how to spell both of them right now.
All right, spell woman.
WOMAN.
Yeah, spell women.
It wouldn't be WE, would it?
No,
W-
there's one letter difference.
Women. WOMAN. I feel like an idiot.
You're killing me.
WOMEN.
Don't, because there are many people who don't know which one is which or how to spell. Yes.
Women.
Yeah.
Men.
Think
Men.
of man,
Man.
and men.
Which I know the difference.
Woman.
But right now under
Woman.
pressure, there's no way my brain thought of
Dude,
it.
I'm just saying, it drives me crazy.
So do you think people think like read and read? You know, do you
Yeah.
think people think that for woman?
I don't know.
Because read and read are both. It all depends on the sentence.
I don't know.
So you think people read woman and mentally are women?
I don't know, but
Women.
whenever I read I saw a women the other day, like it drives me immediately in my head. I am anger from
are
inside
just-
out. I am like so
Your
just
hair bursts.
like I like Super Saiyan
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
immediately. I just can't, and it just happens all at once. I have no control over
It's
it.
just
Whenever someone
pet
say
peeve.
I sat next to a woman, I hear it in my head and I go, no, you didn't sit next to a women.
a whole women.
Drives me crazy. Yeah, so use emojis.
Use emojis at least once a day, unless it's not your character.
Right.
Final question. Not a stupid question. Final emoji related question.
Sure.
Punctuation after an emoji. You do it? You don't?
I do punctuation and then emojis.
Oh. See, that makes me think that it goes, if there is another sentence after,
that it goes with that sentence.
Yeah. But I guess it's just like at the end.
It varies. Do I even do that? I gotta look like at my texts.
Yeah, I know. I don't do punctuation, but it feels weird because it's like the sentence is just in general. I never do punctuation. But I feel like the sentence is incomplete at that point.
Oh, you know what? I'm inconsistent. Cause
that's the thing. I jump around because then I'm like, well, in this situation, this sentence should end with a period or an exclamation point to show my excitement. But I also want an emoji in it. So then I throw in the emoji. And then if there's another sentence after that, do I capitalize that one? I don't know. There's just
I do. Okay, so
I do as well.
See, a lot of the ones I've sent you recently, I've put, if it's a question, I always do question mark and then the guy.
Yeah, the thinking guy.
Yeah.
There's a few emojis I wish existed.
Like what?
They're always situational. Like, there's one of a guy. No, there isn't one throwing up, right? There's one of just the guy who's green and has his cheeks
I
full.
thought there was, but I think it's the Facebook sticker.
Yeah. So it's like that. There's some other ones. I of course I can't think of any, but it's like some situations I can think of the face that'll be perfect to respond to that,
and it's not there.
And I'm like, okay, I could go online and find a picture and post that, but that's stupid at that point. It's not an emoji, so. But it's just funny you think with how integrated it is into the system, they would have every possible emoji ever.
Right.
But then I guess if it's too full, like the emoji area, then they're not going to, like nobody's going to be able to find a face. If there's so many faces there.
Yeah, that is hard.
I know if you type in the word, the emoji will pop up in that, at least on iPhones. If you type in happy, it'll
it'll pop up.
Yeah, the third suggested.
But there are some that I've wanted that I'm like I don't know what it wants me to type in order to find that.
Oh yeah.
You know, I can't think of any examples right now, but there have been a couple.
Sometimes I type words and they show emojis, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that was. See, I'm curious with the poop emoji. Do you type poop? Do you type pudding? Like what?
Try it.
Yeah, because I assume it's not the
poop works.
Poop works. What if you do pudding?
Nothing.
So that's proof that that's the poop emoji.
And chocolate brings up a chocolate bar.
Good to know.
Yeah.
What if you do chocolate poo pudding?
I'm not going to do that.
Okay. That's about it in stupid questions, I think.
Did I answer the question about etiquette?
I mean, we pretty much talked all
I guess that's enough either way.
If you guys got more questions, give it to us. We are not experts, but I'll answer.
Tim will he's starting a new solo podcast called the Emoji Cast.
Yes, it is all about the emoji movie and what I feel about each character's interaction with the main character.
It's going to start with high five emoji.
Yes.
And just work his way through.
Yeah.
The Timoji Cast. Timoji Cast.
Can't wait.
Timoji Cast.
So upset.
Here's a question.
Yes.
Are we going directly into video games today?
I think so. I mean, I've been watching a crap ton of Game of Thrones. I've been trying to catch up to season 7 because the spoilers for this 1,000 times worse than Walking Dead. People are they're throwing out memes the second the episode's finished. They're like, hey, what about this guy?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. So, but I haven't been spoiled on anything season 7 yet.
Good.
So
Congrats.
I'm at the tail end of season 6.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. I've just been crushing through that and watching a bunch of anime, which I'll talk about later. But
yeah, I've got 2 episodes of Defenders left.
Oh, I know. I've been dying to talk about that. It's so good.
We're gonna hit that. I think we're gonna hit TV next week pretty hard.
That'll be good because then at that point we'll probably do spoilers. It's been out for a little while.
Yeah, if we both watched it.
Okay. How are you liking it so far?
I like it.
You like it.
There are a couple things that I have problems with.
There are some glaring issues that I have in notes as well that we can talk about. But overall, my personal experience, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I didn't mean to hesitate so much when I said I like it.
I mean, you're not finished with it yet either.
Yeah, I'm not done. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
Very curious how they're going to wrap it up with the episode I just ended. Had a little bit of a twist.
A twist.
Like, interesting.
Yes.
So, we'll probably do that next week.
All right.
But this week, Game City.
It is just games every day.
All right. Video games.
Okay. Hey, folks, welcome to Video Games.
Hey.
Hey.
All right. How many? I mean, I have 2 games to talk about.
I can talk about everyone's favorite monthly version of the podcast, the thing that I talk about every month in video games. Games with Gold. And PlayStation Plus.
All right. You want to do that first?
Yeah, we'll start with that. That'll be
Sweet.
a little exciting.
I already have, actually, I have 2 of the games with Gold for this month because I already downloaded them.
Oh, yeah. What's today? Oh, it's September already.
It's already September, homie.
Wow, we're late. Yeah, podcast's a little late, but cough.
Sorry, guys.
I'm not.
Yeah, me either. It's fine, all right?
Okay, let me pull up my notes. Okay, we'll start with Xbox Games with Gold.
Yeah.
So, do you want to say the first one you downloaded?
So, the Xbox 360.
Oh, you're starting with 360, you weirdo.
Oh, no. I mean, the Xbox One. Wait, is it? I just downloaded a bunch because I'm catching up. Is Trials.
That was last month.
Crap.
Wow. No.
What's the one that... You know what, Tim? Why don't you go ahead and take this one?
Trials, my friend. It was good, though. You're a month behind.
That was last month?
Yeah.
All right.
The new... this month's games already came out for September.
Yeah, I know. I swear I just downloaded them.
Yeah, I mean, once I say them, you'll be like,
oh! Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so one of the Xbox One games that is available right now,
Yeah.
Forza, as some people say, Motorsports 5.
Forza.
Well, that's the European version. So I'm sorry I did this. That's probably the actual way to say it. And for you audio listeners, I threw my hands in the air like they were dopes.
Like they were wrong.
They were wrong.
And we're smart Americans.
Yeah, much America.
Mucho America.
So Forza.
I said mucho.
So Forza, Mozart, Sporza,
Five. So many car games. I don't want to. Okay.
Yep.
All right. It's a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You just use so many transitional
I
words
know.
for
All right.
nothing.
All right.
Sound like you're starting a rap. Hey, yeah, oh,
Hey,
yeah,
oh.
yeah, oh, yeah.
In Italy?
Yeah. Yo, I like meatballs.
Oh, dude, I love meatballs though.
Let me have a sandwich.
If they're made right. Meatball sandwich? Meatball sub.
Meatball sub. I had a bacon, meatball, ranch, grilled chicken roll up at work the other day. Did I miss anything?
Sounds like all the essentials.
It was so good.
Sounds real good.
It was like...
Nice.
Okay, what are we talking about? Racing games?
Yeah, okay, so we got Forza, we've gotten The Crew, we've
Mhm.
gotten Burnout.
Yep.
We've gotten, there's a ton. I was
Grid
recently.
2.
Was that like that before, or is that happening because I'm squeezing this?
It doesn't matter. Squeeze it.
Hey,
Oh, hey, yo.
Now, what's interesting is racing games are their own genre,
Forza
obviously.
Horizon.
We got that one too.
I'm trying to think of other ones.
What was the really hard one? Need for Speed? Did we get a Need for...
I mean, we did get a Need for Speed.
What's the hard one that's really... Grid 2.
Oh, I hate Grid 2.
Right? So having all these games has been interesting because, I just get into things. I get I can get excited about a concept or an idea. So realizing, to me, a racing game is like... we talked about what was so cool about The Crew is it kind of encompasses all these things that you like in certain racing games.
Mm-hmm.
There's speed trials, there's like trick sections where you're trying to do like the courses and do tricks with the
there's the
monster trucks. They're smashing into stuff. The boxes.
You remember the boxes you got stuck on?
Oh, I hate the boxes. So in my mind, though, I'm always like, how many racing games do I need?
Right, because they're all very similar in the sense that, you race.
Right.
You get the fastest car you can afford at the time,
Mm-hmm.
race until you get to the next car.
But
But
to finish, I guess just to finish my thought is what it's made me realize is like, it is kind of interesting because it's its own genre.
Mhm.
There are all these various elements to each individual game that make them fun to explore.
Yeah.
I haven't really played Forza yet.
Mm-hmm. My professional opinion.
Yeah.
Skip it.
Really?
It's well, if you like Grid 2.
Yeah.
Hyper realistic. It's like you have to focus on your tires burning. You have to make sure you can't drift at 200 miles per hour around a corner. You almost have to go to a stop and then take the corner.
Okay.
You can also adjust the rules and make it more arcadey like.
Okay.
Like Forza Horizon, that type of where it's just everything's fast paced and stuff. It's okay. It's definitely not my type of game. I played it before and it was just way too in depth. But if you like those, like if you're wicked into cars, it's perfect for that because there's thousands of cars. I mean, at this point probably. But it's definitely a car guys game.
Okay.
Or girls, depending.
Yeah.
That being said, it's okay. It's it's whatever.
People who like racing games seem to really be excited when Forza puts out a new game.
Yeah. They've been pretty consistent with the Forza every year on Xbox. They've had Horizon 1 and 2, or 2 and 3 on Xbox One, and then 5, 6, and 7 Motorsports. Or not 5, 6, and 7. The next numbers in the series. But there's something about racing games. I'm much more towards the arcadey. Like, did you ever play Full Auto?
No.
Xbox 360, but it's a racing game, but it's a lot like Twisted Metal.
Okay.
So you get guns, you get rocket launchers, all this
That's
stuff.
Cool.
I like those types of games that are ridiculous and you just do stunts and all that stuff.
Even Burnout, like with the ability to just smash into stuff.
Burnout Paradise is a classic. Yeah. That game is so good.
Super fun. It plays a lot to me like an arcadey racing game where you can drift like unbelievable. You spin your entire car around.
Yeah, and you get nitro like you just it's much more goofy.
Right.
So did I get rid of my notes? That's depressing. No, I didn't. Okay.
I was
like, ugh.
So that's cool for racing fans.
Yeah,
and,
definitely. It's a Game of the Year edition, so you get all the DLC included.
That is cool. Yeah.
I don't know. There's so much DLC for it. I don't know if it gives you all of it, but a crap ton. So that's cool. Next Xbox One game, which I'm super excited for. I've been waiting for a long time.
What is it?
It's called Oxenfree.
Okay.
So this is a modern point-and-click adventure. And it's in a very distinct art style, more towards like Banner Saga.
Oh, cool.
So it's like that hand-drawn.
I love the art of Banner Saga.
So this game, I believe it has what really captured me was the art style. It looks very like I said, like Banner Saga.
Yeah.
But it seems like modern in the sense that it's like older kids, that like teenagers, maybe young adults, and they get wrapped up in this big, it looks like Aliens, I think. I don't know too much about the story, but they get wrapped up in this big adventure, but it has a lot of cool like modern elements thrown into it.
Yeah.
Like your speech bubbles, certain times you're talking to someone on a cell phone, so you have to pick what thing on the cell phone you want to respond to.
Cool.
And so it's cool because it's just a modern take, and it has like that Stranger Things, that like kids in a small town trying to fight this bigger evil type of feel.
Oh, cool. That sounds really awesome.
Yeah, so I've been looking at it for a while. I honestly, like I said, I don't know too much other than the art style. It almost kind of looks like Earthbound 2.
Oh, really?
Earthbound as well, because it just, like I said, that kids fighting aliens, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, point and click, simple, fun time. Adventure game.
And that's Xbox One?
Yep. That's the other Xbox One title.
I'm looking up images. Oh, it looks so sweet.
Yeah, it's like I said, I don't know too much other than that, but it looks cool.
Oh yeah, I'm stoked about that.
Yeah, so that'll be available from September 16th to October 1st. So
I'm way into that.
Yeah.
All right.
So the 360 games.
Yeah.
We have one of my favorites,
Hydro Thunder.
I'm so excited.
So good.
That was excellent. I'm glad we did that. Yeah, this is the jet ski racing game where you basically punch.
Classic,
it's a classic. I mean, you see it all over the place at movie theaters, arcades.
I was just gonna say, like, if a place has arcade cabinets, there's a Hydro Thunder.
There is a Hydro Thunder. So yeah, the actual machine's crazy. I'll put up a picture here, but you actually are on a mechanized jet ski.
We gotta get one.
That's like top of the list. That and Time Crisis. I would love to get a Time Crisis.
That would be so dope.
Stand, but or arcade cabinet.
Yeah.
But I'm curious how it translates to console. If it's gonna be as fun.
I know. I've never even played it on console.
Yeah, I mean, because every time I play it, I don't play it to like win or anything. I just play it because it's fun.
Yeah.
You have
the jumps.
Yeah, the jumps exactly, and you can punch people when you go next to them.
Yeah.
And the power up. So that's really exciting. It's got achievements. It's 360, so that's out now.
Super fun.
And the other one, which is pretty cool. I mean, I think it's a little late in the game to do it, but Battlefield 3.
Oh.
I mean, it had, if I remember, that was the one that had a cool campaign.
It did.
More towards the vein of like Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
2 and 3. It tried to go that route with like them fighting terrorists and stuff.
Yeah.
And like it had a lot of cool levels, if I remember, if this is the right one.
I never played any Battlefield game.
They're cool. They're completely different from Call of Duty. You know, they are.
Just in the way they play?
It's much more tactical. You know, you can die in 2 shots as opposed to Call of Duty, where you can get a full clip into someone and they're still okay.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
So it's that. It's a lot of like huge, gigantic maps and like just waiting for people to show up.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of just like holding points and just like defending until you're good. The campaign's different. That's more Call of Duty. You know, you run in, kill a bunch of guys, and then go to the next part.
Yeah.
So it's cool because at least people can play the campaign, which it could also bring the multiplayer back because I remember the multiplayer being good.
Yeah.
And I believe it had a co-op mode where you go through like co-op missions. It's kind of like horde mode.
Okay.
But you do make progress. So that's exciting. It's cool.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I mean, free game. Why not?
Yeah.
So those are the games with gold. Pretty good month, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Mostly because I don't own any of these games.
Right,
so,
yeah. I mean, to me, it's always like there's at minimum one that I'm super stoked about.
Yeah, always.
And it's usually 2 or 3, and maybe there's one that I'm like, meh. Like this month for me, Forza's the one that I'm like, meh. Oxenfree looks amazing.
Yep.
Stoked about Battlefield because I love games like that. I've never played one, and now I can try one out.
Yep.
And Hydro Thunder is amazing.
I mean, yeah, why not? I think it has online too, so that'll be fun.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
So sick. So if I may,
yes,
I'll take the reins and I'll transition into my first game.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of online,
yes.
What's amazing to me is the games that are still being played online. Because here's the thing. I don't know. I want to like take a poll of how many people are caught up in playing current games and how many people are playing catch up.
Oh, yeah, are backlogging.
Yeah,
every
and how
day.
many people are in the middle where like within a week you play a current game and you know what I mean?
That's totally where I fall in, where I'm working towards my backlog, but new games, Mario plus Rabbids just came out, and I've been like, oh, it's such a good game. But, I've been like doing a few levels in that and then jumping and playing. What was the other game I was playing? It was I can't remember. Oh, Hercules on PS3, like the PS1 version of Hercules game.
Hercules?
Yeah, it's in my list. I was like, why not?
Was it based on the movie?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
like the Rock? Or no, who was in it?
No. PS1.
Like the Disney one?
The Disney movie.
Yes.
It's a freaking hard game, but I'm jumping in between those, and I'm like,
so funny.
But it is so funny. Like, why out of the 1,000, I have Horizon to play.
Because they're just
Persona,
out there.
Yeah, and it's just there.
Why not play them?
So I saw Hercules. I was like, this will be kind of fun, and it's cool. It's hard. Oh, but yeah, it's crazy how it all depends on the person to jump in between. But anyways, you were bringing that up because
so similar. I'll add that to the transition too. Speaking of Disney and online play, I have been going through my backlog.
Love it,
and I'm just curious how many people are like actually working on games as old as I am.
There is kind of a way to tell. It's weird, but like games are being tracked, like depending on what system. Like Steam, you can tell what games people are playing, just because it'll say these games are being played right now. I don't know if there's like a unanimous system that's like, oh, look at all these people playing Sonic Adventure right now, you know?
Well, one thing I can tell you is people are still playing online for Tron Evolution.
Oh my god.
On Xbox 360.
I couldn't find a game.
From 2010.
Couldn't find a single person.
Dude, game came out in 2010.
Yep.
So
2017 right now, people, just in case.
Right, yeah, for you future listeners. We're 7 years out. Now, basically, this past week, I had a couple. You find a bug?
There.
See,
it was like
getting all shifty-eyed on me.
I was just like.
This past week, the beginning of it, a little stressful for me.
Oh, I
okay,
bet.
And I was just new job and stuff, going through some things, and I'm like, man, I haven't played any games for a while. I need my brain to just like focus on one thing for a few minutes.
Yep.
So I fire up my Xbox, and I'm looking through. The other thing I realized,
awesome TV that someone gave.
Oh yeah, finally got a TV up in the old bedroom.
Man, that whoever sold it to you is a great guy.
Yeah, he sold it to me for $3.99.
Man, what a cool
Pretty
cat.
solid. But I didn't have a remote for the first week, which was
man,
felt like I got shafted.
Sucks when you get a free thing and you cry because the free thing didn't come with that extra free thing.
Are you trying to get it back or something right now?
I don't know.
Actually, wait. What happened over there?
I'm so upset. I ordered a new TV and then
and then you gave me the one you were using.
Yes, because that TV was supposed to come in, but it ended up they sent it through a shipping company that I had no idea, but they had to call me to make an appointment to deliver the TV.
Okay.
Which makes sense. They never informed me, and I'm an idiot, and on my Amazon account, I don't have the right number. I have my old cell phone on my new cell phone. So they called it a few times, didn't answer, and then I figured out that I was like, oh, crap, it's through this company. So I had to track the company down, called them twice. They never picked up, never called back. So now I told the company, I was like, just take the TV back. I want a refund. So they're like, okay, let's do that. So 2 days ago, I sent a message, and I was like, hey, am I going to get a refund? It's been a week and a half, maybe a little more, when they said they'll get the TV back. And they're like, when we get the TV, we'll give you the refund. So I'm almost at a month where I can't get a refund for it, like through Amazon, through official Amazon.
Yeah.
So yesterday I did, or 2 days ago or whatever, I did the A to Z like return claim or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, they never gave me my money back. So today they gave me the money back.
Oh,
I'm good.
sweet. So you're gonna get a new one?
Yeah. I'm just the TV I got is $200 cheaper than all other TVs.
Okay.
And that kind of made me sketchy on it. So I'm just gonna bite the bullet, spend the extra $200. And just get it through Prime. So I get it in 2 days, Amazon official and stuff. So
that's a little nerve-wracking.
It was.
To fight for a refund.
I was like,
yeah.
But I was getting so close to the day where Amazon couldn't give me the refund,
Right.
so I had to just jump into
Do the
it.
claim.
So anyways, yeah, I'd use that crappy TV because
he's got a tube TV over there.
Yeah, it sucks too, which
Well.
I'll talk about that later. That's another
Well, then
reason
I
for that.
apologize for your misfortune, but thank you for giving me a
Yeah,
TV.
you're welcome.
Because I was chilling up in my room. Now, in my living room, I have my Xbox One. In my bedroom, I have my 360.
Mhm.
And because I get gold games every month,
Yeah.
I download them separately to conserve space and whatnot.
Mhm.
Now, I have no space on either of my consoles now because they're stacked with games.
That's crazy, especially because your idea was to split.
Exactly. I even bought an extra hard drive for my 360. So
Wow.
I have the 60 gig and a 120 gig.
Mhm. And both are full?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah, well, I had bought some games originally, and then I
Mhm.
started getting gold, so I haven't bought a game online for a while.
Right, because you'll just eventually
just
get it
no
at some
need,
point.
yeah. And so I've been going through. I took a couple days, I was going through, and I was deleting games that I'd already beaten
Mhm.
because I'm not going to lose anything. I can just re-download them at any point, and I'm like, I got to clear out some space. And then I was looking, I was like, I have a bunch of games on here I've never even touched. So, Tron. I was like, whatever, I'll give this a shot. I put it on.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sweet.
It is. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Way better. So it's like, I want to say it has some, I don't know. It's like a not quite as amazing Arkham game. Almost.
It is. It really is.
That's what I would definitely compare. It's third person action.
Yep.
There's puzzles. The fighting is very similar to like most Spider-Man games, the Arkham Asylum games.
Yeah, you
or
got your light
Batman
punches,
Arkham
your heavy
games.
punches, your ranged attacks, and you're also like power hits, basically.
Right.
Where I think you hold the trigger and press like X or Y, and he does different things.
Yeah, Y is like a powered move throughout the game. So the premise of the game is you play as a program, a monitor.
Yes.
And you're in the grid. And there's a virus.
Now, does this take place after the movie or before the movie?
Now, I have no idea because
after the original, definitely, but then the sequel came out.
The
Tron
sequel,
Legacy.
Yes,
and I never seen Legacy, so when I played it, I was a little confused.
Oh, you had never seen it?
No.
See, I saw it
Mhm.
years ago. I barely remember.
I was gonna say you probably
don't.
don't. So I think it takes place after. I want to say
It might. I'd have to see it again.
Yeah.
Basically, what happens is one of the programs goes rogue, tries to take over, and you play this monitor that's trying to like defeat the virus. Basically, so you're essentially fighting like these like zombie virus infected.
They're called corrupted, right?
They're corrupted. And then you get different versions of them. And you have the fight mechanics were the first thing that I was like, this is freaking sweet.
Yeah.
Because you have all of like the key elements of a third person action game, all the sort of like ninja-esque abilities of running across walls, running up walls, jumping off of them, and then doing an attack that is specific to you being in the air.
Yep.
And you use your disc, like your power disc throughout the whole thing. And the combos with that thing are so sweet. It reminded me of like if you mixed like Batman, one of the Arkham games fighting style with
Captain America.
no, like what's that game? Dark you had the disc or like the
Dark Sector.
Dark Sector. That's what it made me think of.
That is very, very true.
Right?
Yeah.
That game was so sweet.
Dark Sector. That game has a special place in my heart.
It's so good.
I played
it's
it so
good.
many times
That's
that
a
I don't know
sleeper.
why,
If
yeah.
you've never played that game, you need to play Dark Sector.
Yep.
So
cool.
it felt like that. It has when you're going in for a final kill even, or a final hit, because, you just work the enemies down, and when you're going in for the final hit, it'll even slow down and do the slow motion attack.
Yep.
And
you have like a combo meter that you can use. You collect XP from defeating enemies in certain ways and doing like certain things.
Yep. As you level up, they call it new versions.
Yeah.
So you hit version 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
I got up to version 20, I think, which unlocked an achievement.
Yeah, I think that's what I hit too, and I was like, I'm good.
There's one for 30. And visually, like the colors and stuff actually reminded me a lot of Dead Space. Even the suit that you're wearing, completely different game. I'm just saying there are a couple parts where it's third person and it's up close. Yeah, it's not like the pulled out camera like in Arkham. But just the suits and the aesthetics and stuff like that Tron. The grid has a space feel.
Yeah,
it's obviously like built to be like computery and digital, but it has like a space feel to me.
Yep.
And it's just really fun. I mean, pretty cool, like quick little cinematics. It was short. It was like 7-8 hours maybe. I beat it in a matter of a few days. And I would say with what you can do in the game, it's about as long as it could have been, I guess, or should have been. If it went any longer, it would kind of feel a little repetitive. Yeah. You basically enter a section, a wave of enemies comes in. Oh, and you fight different kinds of enemies, and you get different disc powers, which is like one of my favorite things about it. You start with the heavy disc, which just does
I use
moves.
that throughout the whole game.
It's
it's
pretty much the best
yeah.
one, except you have certain enemies that other ones, like Mega Man style, you got to use the right weapon for the right enemy.
Right, and it'll weaken them and stuff.
Yeah. So then you get the bomb disc. You use that for certain enemies near the end. Then the stasis disc, which is pretty cool. It basically makes everyone like float and slows their time, but you're still moving in regular time. Yep. And then the last one you get is the corruption disc, which corrupts the programs and turns them, when you kill them with it, it turns them into health for you. Yeah. That one's a little harder to use because it doesn't have the same range as all the other ones, but you do end up using it in a few key situations. Yeah.
That's the one you don't get till the very end though. Like you have it for such a short amount of time. Yeah.
I barely used it.
Yeah. It was meh.
Yeah. And then near the end of the game, there's a really cool boss battle where it's a mixture of waves and like little puzzles you have to do. Yep. Not even really puzzles, but you just got to figure out how to avoid the main boss and do a couple little tasks while he's there in order to defeat him. And it was a cool little game. It was really fun. Yeah,
it certainly had a lot of cool ideas that most games don't do, like the way you recover health in the game. How you have to run up walls. There are certain areas that you have to run up and across. I love that. And I thought that was really clever because it's like it always kept you moving, and you could use that to help your combos. You know? You were like, okay, I'm going to run up this wall now, turn around and launch a disc at a guy and hit him in the face like, as I'm getting health. So it was cool because it made the flow never stop, you know, which was great.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like that it keeps you moving because like I said, it's got all those essential. It seems like what's become essential at this point in an action game is like you can run on the wall. Like I think of one of the earliest ones I played that had all those mechanics. Like that's why Ninja Gaiden was so cool. Because like you can run on the wall and jump off and then hit Y and you attack from the sky. And then Prince of Persia utilized all those mechanics. And
because there wasn't really a lot or any like parkour or like those type of mechanics in the game. Like Tomb Raider kind of had it, but that was all just climbing and jumping.
Right, it wasn't as fluent. It's very different. It's more of like an exploration sort of like it's slower moving. Yeah. This one has that fluidity where you're just like you're always running. And yeah, like you said, the wall has these glowing sections where you have to run across them to regain your health. And in the midst of like a horde of these things coming after you, it's super cool because you need to try to run away. It has a cool dodge system too. If you hold the left trigger and use A, you can roll all around. And you have to try to not get hit by this like, you know, wave of discs that's coming after you and get to the wall meter before you explode. Right. But it has like the grappling. It has all kinds of cool stuff. Definitely worth a play, I would say. Yeah. You can either get it really cheap or you might have access to it through gold if you ever
Games with gold, yeah.
Yeah, games through gold. It got me thinking two things. One, you can upgrade as your character gains XP, and you gain, I forget what you get, but you can purchase certain upgrades.
Yeah, I think you get like more health, more energy meter.
Yes.
You can upgrade your super moves.
Yeah. Do you ever go through a whole game and either A, not realize you can upgrade your weaponry, B, just choose not to upgrade, or I can't think of a third one. But I was thinking through this game, there were a couple times where I just you run by these little stations where it's a disc station and you can upgrade your suit, you can upgrade your disc. I just kept going past it because I didn't have enough stuff to upgrade.
I was in the same boat as you. I never seemed to have enough energy to level up anything.
Right.
And I don't know if that's like if it requires you to do multiple playthroughs or
Yeah.
if like you just never had enough at the time.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, no, I don't think I'd ever choose to go through a game and not upgrade anything.
I think there was one, I can't remember what it was. We probably talked about it on the podcast, but I'm pretty sure there was a game that I was like, this game is too hard. And then I realized you could upgrade. And I was like,
yeah, I mean,
oh.
I have done stuff like that before where I like didn't know you can upgrade, or there was a whole menu I didn't know existed, and I was like, makes it so much better. But I would never choose to, but I'm with you. I have accidentally just not noticed things.
This one, I kind of chose to go as long as I could. At some point, I upgraded a couple things, but then I kept not being able to afford stuff, so I upgraded my health and my energy level, because you have an energy bar where you can use Y is essentially your special attack. So if you have a disc and it has a special ability, Y is a multitude of different ranged attacks. You can do like a ground pound kind of thing where everything explodes, or it sends like a wave. That was my favorite one with the heavy disc.
Yeah.
You smash the ground and it sends it's like the Hulk move in Marvel vs. Capcom where he lifts the ground.
And the whole
If you can I would run in circles around them until all the enemies are in one spot and then smash.
I did the exact same thing.
So sweet. And when you do that with the stasis disc, this is another thing that I liked. You can do everything so quickly. So if you get to a point where you're comfortable with everything, you can do like a ground smash with the stasis disc, and they're all like floating slowly, and then you can switch to the bomb disc and just blow them all up.
Just stick it to one guy, and that's the end of that.
That's so sweet.
Yep.
What was I saying before that? I don't know.
I was just gonna say, like, I think that what was most exciting about this game is it had no right to be as good as it was. It's a movie tie-in game made by who's the company? Like I don't even think I knew them.
I forget. You know, I think it's
I think it was someone popular, but
the Unreal Engine.
But who developed it?
But the developer was, I don't know.
But anyways, it was a super surprise sleeper hit.
Propaganda Games.
Yeah, like who?
GameStar.
Yep.
And then there was a PSP version by Supervillain Studios. Oh, and Disney Interactive Studios, the publisher. But it's just a publisher.
Exactly.
But
so yeah, it like I said, didn't have the right to be as good as it was, because you're like. But then again, it is a Tron game. Like Tron is based in a video game esque area. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that was the best thing about it, is because I did not expect it to be good at all. Right. It was great.
Yeah, and it included everything you wanted to see. The disc fighting, I'd say that's the highlight of the game for sure. That and the movement. Couple wonky moments where you're like climbing up a wall and you jump across, and just because you're like a little off, you don't grab onto the thing that you're supposed to. You know what I mean? There's little things like that. I followed
that game so many times.
Yeah, you have to run up a wall and launch backwards, and if you hit the wrong direction with your joystick as the camera switches, you know, like you hold up to go up, but then the camera curves, and because you're holding up, you jump to the side.
Right,
you know what I mean? Like a couple things like that, but that's whatever.
Bike scenes, what'd you think of those?
I thought those were pretty cool. They were kind of hard.
They were very hard.
I love the animation whenever they jump into the light cycle.
It's
That's
such
like
a
the
cool
coolest
thing. Yeah.
But they were kind of difficult. They were cool. I mean, they were cool. Again, similar to what I was saying, like the game was kind of as long as it should be. I think those scenes only happened as often as they should have.
I think there was one too many.
Yeah, I mean, because they're hard to, basically you're going super fast, stuff falls in front of you and you need to be able to like turn, but I got a little bit better at braking, but it's not a great control system.
Yeah,
like it's kind of wacky.
Yeah, the whole time they don't want you to slow down. Like you have to slow down.
Right.
But they like they're forcing you to go as fast
Well,
as you
yeah,
can.
because there's breaks in the bridges that you're driving on, and if you're not going fast enough, you just won't make it.
Yep.
So you like have to just do it over and over again, and
Mhm.
you quickly regenerate when you die. It's one of those where you can just kind of keep doing it, keep going. But so those were all right. Probably the low light of it. I think the fighting and all that stuff was really great. And I guess that was mostly it.
Yeah.
Oh, and the online play. I was like, people are still playing online, and I was like, I could actually probably get into that.
It was actually pretty cool. I played. There were some achievements for online, so I tried to play. I couldn't find anybody.
Yeah.
So I did a bot game. It was me versus a bunch of bots.
Oh, cool.
Or I think they were all against each other. But it seemed like a really cool multiplayer. Because you could do the combos and you guys could fight each other, but you could all do the same move. So it made for some interesting battles. But you found a match.
Every time I got on, there were people playing, and I was like, wow, okay. I mean, maybe it's because it came out on gold and people are messing with it again, you know.
Which that was my thought, but every time I tried to play, I only tried twice, but neither time anybody was on, so I was like,
I don't know. Yeah, I found a few matches. I was like, man, it's crazy the longevity of some of these games because I'd never even played it.
Yeah, that's the best thing about games with gold is it's going to bring a lot of these games back to life, you know. Battlefield 3, not that there's nobody playing it, but I bet there'll be a nice spike
for sure
in people playing. So
yeah. So the last thing that I'll say about this game, I would recommend it. You should play it. It's really fun, and it's a quick play. Pretty linear. I think I said that, but it's just pretty straightforward.
Yep.
You go to each section, you know, follow what it's telling you to do, which is usually just defeating a horde of bad guys. But there are a couple puzzles, not many actually. When you look back, it's like, it's only a couple. It wasn't a huge element of the game, but they were always like you had to run on a wall and do a million jumps. So it was cool. It was fun, you know.
Yep.
But the last thing it made me think, so the whole thing is set in like the digital world, you know, and of the grid, and the deaths were super cool. And I realized like, oh, you know what I really like is any kind of digital battle, and like the concept of what death looks like in any given fight. So I came up with what I think are like the 3 versions we see in video games. There's like a battle between digital beings and digital death, which could be like an explosion, but these guys like explode into like particles.
Yeah,
you know
they
what
like
I mean?
digitize.
Yeah, exactly.
Backwards, basically. Like
They like
I don't know what the
digitally
term is,
unravel. It's a bunch of pixels falling apart or whatever. And I was like, man, that looks so cool.
I've seen that plenty of times too. I totally get it.
Yeah, so like these guys, when you do the final, you can either punch, do like a melee, or you throw your disc. And when it slows down, it's so cool because it goes through them and makes that like digital noise, you know. And I was like, I love that. So then there's like the flesh and bone kind of fighting, like
Mortal
Kombat, or think of like even you know, Dark Souls or Lords of the Fallen, like that kind of stuff, like heavy, brutal, kind of realistic.
Yep.
And then there's like the superhero / god battles that you would see in like Marvel vs. Capcom, or I'm trying to think of a
like more typical fighting games where they get defeated, they don't die, they just land.
Yeah, or Street Fighter, that kind of stuff. So like I think digital battles might be like my favorite sort of like
I bet there's so many different like tiers of that.
Oh yeah, for sure. But like just with the deaths and stuff like that, I was like, oh man, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Because if you think of the differences, like the sort of, you know, flesh and blood and bone kind of battles, like what's cool about each one? I like the stylized battles of like the digital thing, because you kind of get the superhero aspect of it where there's all these, you know, think of the Matrix, that kind of thing. And there, you know, you find mixes in them all. Then there's the superhero one where it's all the fantastic, like all the, like a god like Thor can do certain things, or someone with superpowers and all that stuff. But there's not always like a threat of death. There's not like a certain style to it, other than all the like, well, there is, but
like
just,
people can get struck by lightning and they don't die.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like if we're talking Thor anyway.
Exactly. Like there's that kind of thing.
But they get defeated in a sense.
Right. And then there's like the kind of the shock factor of a Mortal Kombat, or even like the brute force of playing like Dark Souls and like attacking something with a giant axe or something. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So as far as video games, I was just really enjoying that, like the digital fight, even because some of them they would materialize out of like the wall, and then they're coming at you and they're flashing and stuff. And there's like, it's like so weird.
It is, yeah.
I was like, it's super cool. I love that. So I don't know. Out of those 3, do you have a favorite?
Definitely the brutal, like violent insane stuff.
It just feels heavy. Like
yeah,
when you play
that's
games
what
like that.
Like when
there's a weight.
when I play, you said Dark Souls, I always like playing as a heavy character, someone who
Really?
like when I attack, I press the button as hard as possible because then he'll swing it around. It
Right.
doesn't make it any harder, but I feel the weight. I know the
Right.
weight in it. So I love that because I'm like, this is brutal, but
Yeah.
it's insane. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm
So
sick in the
sweet.
head, but
No, I mean that's like along those lines. I think why I enjoyed this game is I always love moving fast. Like even when I played Dark Souls, I started as like what is he called? Like a thief or no? That's
Lords of the Fallen, right? Weren't you a thief?
yeah.
In that,
Is
or
that
an assassin?
yeah? Assassin maybe. I forget what the classes were.
Well,
Oh,
you
a rogue.
Rogue, yes.
I think it was a rogue.
Yeah.
And you start off, you're like this. You're a little bit more scrappy. You
Yeah.
have less armor on
Mhm.
and lighter weapons, but you're faster.
Right.
So like in Tron, you're just quick. You're running on stuff. You're throwing things. You're
Mhm.
rolling around and punching them, and then they're exploding. And like
Mhm.
it's fast. So
Yeah.
I like to be light and fast.
Mhm.
I would rather punch someone 30 times rather than just the one heavy punch.
Right.
I think you know.
I'm with you. I do like the speed. I guess it depends on the game, but
It
most
does,
most
yeah.
RPGs and stuff, I love being the heavy, the
Right.
brute, the strong guy.
That's true too.
But
yeah.
like there are certain games where I'm just like fast.
Yeah.
Like like even super moves. Like when somebody gets punched a million times in a
Yeah.
super move, I'm like, that's so exciting
so
because
sweet,
it just looks cool.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's fun.
It is fun.
It's fun, Tim.
It's games.
It's games. It's games. It's fun.
Games. It's fun.
Tron Evolution.
Give it a play.
Yeah, I would say play it. It's pretty fun.
It's-
Way better than I thought.
Yeah,
I honestly thought I
seriously.
was gonna turn it on and be like, meh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just played it like that. I thought it would be meh. You know,
Yeah.
I'd just play through it, get some achievements, and that'd be the end of that. But nope, I was impressed.
It's a fun game. Blasted through it.
All right, I'm gonna go to the PS4,
Okay.
PlayStation Plus games.
All right.
Yeah, so not PS4, all the games, but
yeah.
pretty solid list this time around, at least for PS4. Everything
Okay.
else was meh. But anyways, we'll start with Infamous Second Son.
Nice.
That's a huge one
Yeah.
for PlayStation, just because that was one of the launch titles for it.
Okay.
And it's a really, really, really good game.
Yeah.
It's a like third person, kind of like Prototype or Spider-Man. It's like you can be hero or villain.
Mm-hmm.
And you just basically you have superpowers. It's a superhero game, in a
Right.
sense.
Yeah.
So that's really good. I don't want to say anything else because it's so good. You guys just need to try it. The other one is Strike Vector EX. Give me your description on that one.
It's the one with the special team,
Yes.
and you just gotta get in there.
Yeah. So you have that special team and you
Right.
guys are in space.
You're in space.
You have a ship called the Vector.
Yep.
And you strike things with it.
Strike them from the sky.
Yes. You play as Caligregorf.
Yes.
And his fellow
His mighty men of colostomy.
Yes, and their X, because there's EX in the title.
Right.
X snails.
Yes. Which stands for super gnarly, but with an N. Animal Injustice League.
In
Surprise.
in space.
In space.
Yes. So that's that game on PS4.
Yeah. So check that out.
Yep, I know nothing else about it, so that's the description.
Nothing else.
Nothing. I guess I know nothing about it. I don't know. Check it out. Sounds
Yeah.
fun.
What's it called?
What is it? Strike Vector EX.
Strike Vector EX.
All
Okay. Yeah,
all
of
the
course.
pictures and stuff. You
Sure,
audio
yeah.
listeners, I'm sorry, you're in trouble. I'll put a sound effect right here. Ready? That's what the game sounds like.
Nice. No, that's good.
So the other PS4 game, which they generally don't have 3, but this is kind of like a special treat, is Riggs Mechanized Combat.
Okay.
It's a VR game. The first VR game available through PlayStation Plus.
Really?
It's huge too. It's a $60 game. It was one of the launch games. And you play as giant robots fighting each other in VR.
That's cool.
It's multiplayer, and that's awesome, especially because it's an extra game, but only available for PSVR users because
Yeah.
you can't play it normally
That's
anyways.
cool though.
But it is really cool.
Yeah.
And like I said, $60. It's a launch game. It's physical. It's like a big game to have. So that was cool. That's cool that they threw that in
Definitely worth it. Yeah.
there. PS3, my personal favorite on the system,
Really.
Truck Racer.
Okay.
What's the description for that one, my friend?
The one where you race the trucks.
Yes. Are they Tonkas
I imagine.
or are they RC cars?
Oh, I was thinking like pickup trucks.
Oh, I was thinking like trucks,
Well, yeah.
but like
Like monster trucks?
no, like
Trucks.
like trucks, like bobcats and
What's it called? Truck racer?
truck racer.
I was so mad about that.
Well, the next one's even worse. The PS3, they're like, let's just pick the 2 worst titles on the system.
What's the other one? Like car racer?
It's pretty close. What's truck racer? Just are you looking it up right
It's
now?
literally you race like Mack trucks,
It's everything I wanted it to
like
be.
trailer trucks with no trailer on it,
That's
basically.
that. It looks bad, people. I'm sorry.
It does not
no,
look
I
good.
expected it to be like yeah, I can't wait for that one.
Weren't we just talking about how you can only have so many truck or
You're
so many
racing.
racing games? Yeah, probably so many truck games too.
I just don't even know. The trucks I was thinking was like like construction trucks, like ones with the claw that picks up dirt.
Yeah, nope.
Okay, so we're gonna get away from truck racer. The other one, classic, also my favorite on the system, Handball 2016.
Dude, what are they? It's like an insult.
It really is. I think they put all their money in the PS4 titles.
They're like, listen, you can have this VR game, but don't get too stoked about the rest of the list.
Yeah, we need to. What's handball?
I mean, it just is handball.
What is handball?
It's a game.
Is it catch, but extreme?
I don't know. This guy's jumping through the sky.
Like, is it basketball?
No.
It would be called basketball, but
Right. Yeah. Of course, it's not basketball.
you know what?
I guess it's like soccer, but you use your hands. That's what it looks like.
I love the sports humans come up with.
It's like rugby.
I mean, they look intense.
I mean, people play it.
All right, well, handball 2016. Get that on your.
I mean, it might be
PS3.
fun.
It could be.
Oh, it doesn't look very good.
It doesn't. Oh, graphically awful. Okay, we're
Yeah,
going
it's
to the
pretty rough.
PS Vita games because what?
Yeah.
The first one, We Are Doomed.
Okay.
What's the description for that one, Brett?
It's the one where the cats. No, that's the frog game where they're
Mm.
trying to cross the road, but it's raining out. So
And as people know, there's salt in the rain, so when the
Right.
frogs get hit with the salt, their legs come off and
Well,
become delectable.
I mean, more so that there's just like too many frogs at once and they all get dead.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Does this have any relation to Frogger?
No.
No. Okay. So no sequel.
It's a spiritual successor.
Okay. I know nothing about this game.
Same.
I assume it'll be fun.
I mean, you can.
What's it
assume
look like right there?
I mean, literally, it just looks like a bunch of shapes. I don't know what.
Okay, it totally looks like a shoot 'em up with a bunch of random colorful shapes.
We Are Doomed. Twin stick shooter.
Yep. I felt like that type. I do know the next game, though.
What it is?
Hatful Boyfriend. Pigeon dating simulator.
That's funny.
Available on PS Vita and I believe PS4 cross-buy. So if you guys don't know about this game, it is a dating simulator where I believe you play as... I don't remember if you play as a girl or a boy. Play as someone. And,
Okay.
you have to seduce pigeons. This is based in a post-apocalyptic future where humans have turned into pigeons.
Now, are you making this up?
No, I'm pretty sure this is a story. I know it's post-apocalyptic. I'm not
Okay.
sure if they were human before. I know they have human traits. Like, people have done things where it's like, I haven't played it, so I don't know too much. But basically, there's human quality somewhere. I don't know if they become human at the end. I don't know if they were human. Humans come in somewhere, but you play as a human. You're not a pigeon, and you date the pigeons and eventually seduce them and have pigeon babies.
Not stoked about that one.
I'm pretty excited.
I'm glad you are.
I can live out my dream of
Do you
dating.
get these ones?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can download them. Like, if you don't have all 3 systems, you can go online and just download all of them.
So you have them attached to your account?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the PS Plus lineup.
It's pretty serious.
It's something.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else in games?
I'm debating right now.
I have a quick thing I can talk about.
Yeah, let's do that. I might save my other one for next week
Okay.
because I have more to play.
More to play.
But I did start another game, and I want to talk about it.
It's up to you. We got the time.
I'll save it for next week.
Okay. So my quick thing. I have two quick things. Actually,
Yeah.
But
What do you got?
so recently there was announced, or the Street Fighter 30th anniversary
Oh.
is coming up. I don't.
Okay.
I think it's this year. I think it's this year.
That sounds right.
So they announced a 30th anniversary re-release of the Super Nintendo version of the game.
Whoa.
So what it is it comes packaged in I think there's custom art on the box. But it comes in, Super Nintendo fashion. It's got the cardboard. It's got the instruction manual. It comes with a cart that works totally 100% fine.
What?
It's completely red, the cart. And even more special, there's only 5,500 being made total. So it's super limited. On top of that, so 1,000 of them are going to be the rare Blanca glow-in-the-dark version of the game. So when you order it, you don't know if you'll get that, the rare glow-in-the-dark one or the red one. And on top of that, it comes with like posters and it says cool collectibles from the series. I don't know what that means.
How much is it?
$100. I ordered one. So
Oh, you did?
I did. It was too cool to pass up. Just to say I have in-box Street Fighter 2.
Where'd you order it from?
It's on retro8bit.com.
Okay.
So
Man.
I was pretty excited.
That's pretty cool.
To get the Blanca one would be amazing, but I really like the red cart too. But the Blanca one's cool because it's glow in the dark, and the cart, cart's fully working. You get the instruction manual, you get the box, and I think it does have different. I don't know what the original box art looks like. I didn't compare, but it's got really cool box art regardless.
Yeah.
So I'll look it up or have the pictures come up on the Vodcast to show the difference. But super cool. I thought that was right up your alley.
So sweet, totally is. I kind of want to order one just to see if either of us get.
Get the Blanca because I bet that's going to be worth way more than the other one.
Probably, yeah.
But even so only 5,500 total,
Yeah.
and 1,000 of those are going to be the Blanca. So 4,500 red ones, 1,000 Blancas. So, pretty excited. That was cool to see, and I'm glad I got one.
Dude. So when's it come out? You don't know when it comes out?
November, I think. Or
I wonder if they're
October?
all sold out already.
I know. I don't know. It was cool. It was exciting to see. I think it was like 8-bit, or you can type in like Street Fighter 30th anniversary.
Yeah,
or something.
I'll find it. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think I have the email that shows it. I gotta find it, but anywho, that was really cool. I think that was super neat for them to come out with that.
Absolutely.
I think that's it right there.
Oh, sick. It's already on eBay.
Oh, of course. I bet people pre-ordered it and they were just gonna sell it.
Probably.
That's crazy. But I'm just so excited to open it and see which one I get.
I know, right?
So that's cool. Go check it out if it's still available.
Oh, I am 8-bit.
I am 8-bit.
Which
yeah.
is, if you've never been iam8bit.com, it's like one of the coolest.
Yeah,
sites
you
ever.
showed me it because I saw the records. That's where you showed me the records.
Yep.
And there's the Blanca one.
Oh man, this is gnarly.
Yeah, it comes just with a bunch of stuff. It's cool.
That is the original box art.
Oh,
too.
it is?
Street Fighter 2. Yeah.
That's cool. So there you go. That was exciting.
That is exciting.
That's.
What else you got? You got another thing?
You
changing your mind right now?
Yeah, I think I am. There was something I want to talk about, but I guess I can save it for next week.
Oh, sold out, man.
Really? Damn, girl.
Sold out.
Well, I guess I'm one of the lucky few.
Can't wait to see what you get.
Oh, I know. Either one will be cool.
Sucks so bad though. Like it's already on eBay for $600.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's insane.
Would you have got it if I told you about it?
Maybe. It's hard to know because like I just started the new job.
Yeah.
If it turns out to be what I think it is, it's the type of thing I would definitely order.
I was hesitant to tell you. I wanted to tell you, but then I thought, you might not get it. I should have told you regardless, but
no, whatever. Keep it all to yourself, you jerk.
Now I have that floating over your head.
Yo, check this out. I could just get a copy of a sealed
original.
Yeah.
For how much?
200.
Yeah, that's an extra 100 than what I spent, but
yeah, but it's not 600 to get the.
That's true. I know.
This is pretty dope. This is in such good shape. Look at that.
200, totally worth it.
It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I may have ordered one, but I'll definitely be excited to see what you get.
Yeah. And
That's
I knew
super
it was
sweet.
something that I knew that I would want to collect, and if I didn't get it at the time I saw it, I would have never had it.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
So it makes me think the NES or the Super Nintendo Classic, that's coming out. That's on eBay all over the place for so much money. So that's why I had to jump on it. I was like, this is too cool.
Right. Sweet. I'm glad one of us got it.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do an unboxing or something.
Oh, we totally should. We have to.
Yeah.
How can we not? Because imagine if you get the Blanca one.
Oh my God!
Best video ever made.
How exciting would that be?
That'd be sick. Yeah, we got to do that.
Yep.
Cool, man.
And that's it for me. I don't have anything else.
Grooves. Yeah.
I do have one more thing. I forgot. I beat Sonic Mania.
Oh, you did?
I did.
How many hours?
It was actually a lot longer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It ended up being 6 to 7 hours.
Oh, okay.
But the amount of stages, it just kept going and going, which is great. I'm like, oh man, another one. Oh man, another one.
That's sweet.
And it's cool. So after you beat the game, you have we'll just let that go. There is a true ending, a real secret ending to get. I assumed you had to get all the Chaos Emeralds, but I haven't beaten it after I got all the Chaos Emeralds. Okay. Because I didn't get it my first playthrough. But so I had to see that. And on top of that, I started playing as Knuckles. Yeah. Just to see the difference, if there was any. And there is. You start in a different spot in each level.
Really?
As Knuckles, yeah, because there are certain things that only Knuckles can do.
Oh, cool.
So when you start as Sonic or Tails, well, I haven't played as Tails. When you start as Sonic, you just go where Sonic goes, the natural green hill zone path. Green hill zone, yeah. But Knuckles starts a little farther into the level, but higher up. And from there's some platforming bits that only Knuckles can do.
That's cool.
So it's cool that it had that difference.
Replay value.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm curious to see if the rest of the levels have differences and stuff. But there are places I can get to that I couldn't as Sonic. So
that's really sweet.
So I'm curious for Tails to see what if Tails has an alternate path too. But even so, it was really neat. I just thought it'd be the same thing, you know?
Right.
So it's cool. But other than that, you know.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was pretty stoked.
Yeah.
Totally one of the best Sonic games ever for sure.
You love it.
I love it.
You love it.
Especially the music.
Nice.
Of the Sonic variety.
Oh.
Sonic music. Not Marble Zone. I will walk away if you play that. This will be the end of the podcast right now. Go ahead. You'll have to do Unbabble yourself.
Can't do it.
You're a monster.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for not playing Marble Zone.
And watching. Everybody should go listen to Marble Zone.
I am so close to catching up with the Vodcast. I posted 60 Saturday, which is irrelevant.
We keep taking weeks off. You better catch up.
I know. So I have 61 and 62 listened to, and I always put notches where I need to put in pictures and stuff. So I'm at that point with those. So I got to put in pictures. Close. This is podcast 64. So maybe I'll do it if I don't have work tomorrow. Pray for me. Maybe I'll finish it up tomorrow. And I'll be caught up.
That would be sick.
That will be sick.
Super sick, because then we can start unleashing some other things.
Yes. Wink.
I'm excited.
Wink.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong people.
Yeah.
Wink.
Thanks, guys. Follow us on Instagram. The Keep Up is our name.
Follow us on Facebook.
Yep.
The Keep Up is our name.
We get very little traffic on Facebook.
Yeah, but we suck at posting on Facebook.
That's true. Instagram's been a little more fun lately.
I think what we should do is when we post on Instagram, post that picture also on Facebook.
Separately or share it?
Separately.
Yeah.
Because sharing it always comes out kind of weird.
Yeah, I agree.
With the format. So
that's weird.
I think we should do that.
Yeah. We can give it a shot.
Yep.
Follow us on there.
Yep.
And we'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah. Try to leave a review on iTunes.
Yes. Please do that.
Yep.
Aw.
Keep talking, Brett. We're not pausing.
No, let's just keep it going. The camera just shut off. Tim's going to fix it. Here we go. Hey, we're back. All right. Yeah. No secrets. Camera shut off, and we're back.
And we're back. Never changed.
Subscribe on iTunes. Leave us a review. That would be awesome.
Yep.
We want to hear more from you guys and gals and just whatever, you know.
He's got it, folks. I don't
That's
have
it.
to say nothing.
This is the Keep Up, where we talk about stuff and things.
And things and stuff.
And Tim, take it away.
See, I've always wondered if you crouch low enough, could you become a boulder and just roll your way through life? Do you think you could hit the point where you become a rock and you don't age because you're so into yourself, you're such a ball that you just can't become human again? You're so stuck in ball form that you're just like, I'm stuck here, guys. But time continues. So I think try it tonight when you get home from work, or if you're sitting at home listening to this podcast, go into a ball and just sit there. Just get comfortable. You don't have to do like the little position where you have to roll back and forth. Just roll up. Fold yourself into yourself, and you will have the moment of bouldering.